This grade 8 student said to me, "Hey Andy, if you got to redo high school but only change one decision, what one decision would you change?" It came on the first day of grade 10. But my story begins in grade 7. You see, I'm a huge fan of football. Now, I know all of you out there have different favorite sports or activities or you're musicians. I get it. But my favorite sport was football. As you can tell, later on in high school, I played football. Yeah, it's at this point in my live assemblies, you always hear somebody yells out, "Yeah, Andy, what were you, starting left back? Left back in the dressing room?" Get it? Quarterback, running back. I was left back in the dressing room. Okay, we'll proceed. Now, when I was in 7th grade, I was this tall. You see, I've been 6 foot with a size 11 shoe since I was 12. Now, being this tall in grade 7 and 8 was awesome. So when I was playing football at break and recess with my buddies, because growing up in London, Ontario, Canada, we didn't have football at our elementary grade 7, 8 school, so we would just play at recess or at lunch. But when you're 6 foot, people always wanted me on their team because I could block passes, I could catch passes, get a load the size of my legs. They called me Cheetah Boy, running all over the place. Okay, fine. I called myself Cheetah Boy, fine. It was better than being called Skinny Ginger. Then along came grade 8. And in grade 8, in the spring, we got the tour of our high school. Now, this is common all over North America, right? You get a tour of your high school if your building ends in grade 8 like it does for us. And as they're giving us the tour, the older students leading the tour kept on saying the same 2 words to us about our school career. They kept on saying, "When you come to high school, you've got to get involved." Get involved. You've heard these words, right? Get involved. Music, drama, sports, councils, clubs, teams, charities, activities, and of course where you spend 85% of your time in high school and in school in general, that is get involved in the classroom by answering questions, by asking questions, by being part of the discussions. And when I was 14 and hearing these older students talking about getting involved, I needed no convincing. Because late grade 7 into grade 8, I had gotten involved, and boy, was I enjoying it. For example, I was student council vice president in grade 8 of my elementary school. I had won the election because nobody ran against me. It was a tough campaign. But no, I was having a blast. I was not just bringing in a can for the food drive, I was helping organize the food drive and being part of the team that went homeroom to collect the cans and then load them up on the food bank truck. I now just wasn't going to the dance, I was helping plan the dance and set up and clean up, and I was just really enjoying it. So when they said get involved, I'm definitely going to get involved in student council when I was in high school. Oh, track and field. You see, one of the advantages of being 6 foot in 7th and 8th grade was for track and field. And as a hurdler, it was completely hilarious. The hurdles are like this. I could walk and go over hurdles. And I was actually getting pretty good at both hurdles and long jump. I'm definitely going to do track and field when I was in high school. Oh, and I definitely am going to get involved in the classroom. You know, I was the type of student, I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed almost every subject, from art to geography, history to English, math and science. I was really never the type of student that said, "Oh, I hate I never really did. I'm definitely going to get involved in the classroom. But the big sport I wanted to get involved with in high school, that's right, football. You see, again, I love football. And my favorite NFL team, the Oakland, Los Angeles, then Oakland, and now Las Vegas Raiders, were great in those days. They won the Super Bowl when I was in 5th grade. They won the Super Bowl when I was in grade 8. They haven't won it since, and they've been terrible for pretty much 25 years. But that's beside the point. So I wanted to play football. But there was a catch. I was this tall in grade 8, grade 9. But I was 25 pounds lighter than I am today. Now, some of you are looking at me right now going, Andy, there's not a whole lot of you going on right now, man. Your back pockets fight for space back there. Okay, fine. I'll tell you. Today I'm a strapping 6 foot, 145 pounds. That means at 6 foot, 145 pounds, as a 51-year-old, I am 15 pounds underweight for a 6 foot woman. But it was even worse in grade 9. When I was in grade 9, I was 6 foot, 118 pounds. My number one enemy in grade 9? The wind. But that was not going to stop me. Because in my mind, as somebody that was often picked first and really complimented on my football skills in grade 8, I thought I was a superstar. So along came the first day of grade 9, 1984. I know, you weren't born yet. And your parents are probably in high school, if not even younger. I get it, I'm 51. And I arrive on that first day, Laurier High School, London, Ontario. I see the poster I'm looking for. Junior football tryouts. In Ontario, Canada, junior football is for grade 9 and 10 boys. There it is, I thought. First team I'll try out for in high school. First way I'll fit in. First way I'll be called the man in school. So I get on my gym equipment. I race out to go try out for the football team. Whoa. Now my school was big. See, back in those days in Ontario, up till 2002, Ontario, Canada, we had grade 13. We put the first year of college and university in high school, so we had grade 13. Those of you not from Ontario, I know it sounds weird, but it's what we grew up with. We got rid of it in 2002. So a grade 9 to 13 school, Laurier High School, had 1,400 students. And over 120 were trying out for junior football. And some of these guys in grade 10, they were like men. Man, I was just starting puberty. Some of these guys were finishing. Like one guy, his name was Harry McDonald. Harry McDonald, yes. He looked like his name. 6'3", 250 pounds in 10th grade, and more body hair than should be possible on a 15-year-old. In the change room, right? Hey, Harry, nice sweater. Oh, your shirt is off. Awkward. I thought it was Angora. There's like a pattern. Harry lines up against me in a blocking drill. He looks at me. I'm gonna kill you. I look right at him. I know. I learned then I had to work on my intimidation skills. Apparently saying to your opponent, I know, doesn't really strike fear in their hearts. So for 2 hours, on the first day of grade 9, as my very first day of high school, I'm racing around trying to impress the coaches. Coach calls everybody together. Okay, there's too many of you. We're going to make 3 cuts. Tonight's the first cut. Check the list tomorrow. See if you get invited to tomorrow night's practice. Don't you notice that football, hockey coaches, they yell as if they have to go to the bathroom all the time? Now get off the field. I really got to go. Now, I could barely sleep that night. And some of you have been through it, right? You've tried out for a team. You tried out for a spot on a music group or in a musical production or drama. You're waiting for them to put up the list. And the next day, there's the list. And some people walked away happy. And some people walked away mad. But I had a third reaction. It went something like this. All right, we're looking for Andy Thibodeau. We're looking. Still looking for Andy. Is there another list? Oh. Now, it wasn't as if anybody said anything to me. You know, when I talk to students that are younger, say 6th, 7th grade, and sometimes they have stereotypes about high school based on movies and TV shows, they picture that when something goes wrong in school, that there's going to be a lot of people around doing this. Or what's the classic? The awkward kid, the person left out, walks by the cool kids, they get tripped, they fall, books go all over the place as they're gathering up the books. A beautiful person from grade 10 of the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever the story is, helps them up, their eyes meet, it's beautiful. No, that's not what happened to me. You see, whether it's in 7th grade, 10th grade, grade 12, when things go wrong, the main person making fun of you is you. Because when I got cut from football on my 2nd day of school, when I experienced failure on day 2 in a new building, I felt like this. What was I thinking? I come to high school thinking I'm some sort of superstar, but the only reason I was good in elementary school is because I was tall and we weren't playing with equipment. Now I'm in high school and I'm playing against guys in grade 10 who've been playing with equipment for years. I'm nothing but a scrawny niner. Oh, I walked away so embarrassed and feeling like a failure. In fact, getting cut from football on the 2nd day of school affected me for over a year.